when we started for gelato, we had like 3 packages, no? Like a package 1 would be more for a cart type, package 2 would be more for a counter type, and of course, this setup is a package 3. It's a combination of both the pure gelato and the pure cafe. We always wanted to have a concept which is easy to operate, something which is light to handle, and something happy. That's why pure gelato is a happy place. For pure gelato, I would need a franchisee who would be a shadow of the franchisor.
Welcome back to Philippines Uncut. I'm Buddy Cunana. Tonight's topic is the success story of Pure Gelato, pure Italian ice cream. And joining us is the owner and godfather and founder of Pure Gelato, Capo di Capi, Mr. Richie Cuna. Richie, so nice video again, and looks like really from 25 years ago to today, it looks like you really have a slick, well-developed product that is ready to go to the big time. Now, let's talk about that, your operations here in the Philippines. But before we talk about that, let's talk about your start. Diba? So you started this business really from scratch. I mean, it was a concept, an idea, and you just went with it. You know?
Yeah, it was really introduced by a Filipino-Italian group to me. But again, I would say really started from scratch. When you say scratch, because it was a concept. It was like we had like 2 existing outlets at that time. But again, how do you pursue after 2 existing outlets? Now we're like almost 100 outlets. So the journey has been very long.
Wow.
And since vision was very clear and the direction was very clear, I said to the group, let's just follow. No? We cannot be perfect, but follow the track. I think that's very important, the focus on what you want to do for the rest of the years to come.
Yeah. So when you were when you were still a banker and you were sitting down and thinking about this concept, did you see this as a scooping station? Was that initially what you envisioned Pure Gelato to be? Traditional scooping
It will
station?
be a combination. I really wanted to be a small gourmet toll packer. I mean to say, manufacture your own ice cream. No? Pure Gelato came on the side because you need a brand to carry you.
Sure.
That's why we pursue a Italian brand. No? I was looking for a product which would say something not in the market,
No,
something new in the market.
Yeah.
For gelato.
No, but back then you had like Coney Island, and you had of course the Magnolia scooping stations. So you saw that there was 25 years ago, and I'm talking about the early 90s, no? You saw that there was an opportunity for this type of boutique, specialized kind of ice cream / gelato outlet.
Because you see, there's a market which is between the highest and the regular C market, the mass base, no? So I was looking for a product which would fill in the gap. I think Pure Gelato was able to fill in the gap between the most expensive maybe ice cream,
like Häagen-Dazs,
and a regular commercial ice cream.
Yes.
So Pure Gelato was the solution.
Who is your market though, Richie? I mean, is it A, B, or can you hit the C and D as well?
When we started Buddy, we were aiming at least the best of the A and a regular B.
Yun nga, I mean, as a layperson looking at it, I would think that would be your market, yeah.
But as time went on, we found out that people were able to accept a foreign-sounding brand like Pure Gelato. And let's face it, the Philippines is like, what, only a 0.0% a market. So I said, how can we survive a market wherein if you only have a 0.001%? So we said, maybe it's time for us to do some adjustments and market the mass base. So we started to introduce Pure Gelato to the C market. No? You'll be surprised, even lower than C market,
Wow.
afford a 30 pesos gelato at this time.
Is that your price point?
Yes.
One scoop of Pure Gelato ice cream or Pure Gelato is 30 pesos.
That will be the minimum price for a gelato, maybe a scoop.
Yes.
Of course, we go as high as 90 pesos for other concoctions, like
Like
sundaes
combinations
or, yes,
already.
exactly.
But all your scoops, basic, are the same price, 30 pesos.
Yes.
That's cheap, huh?
The objective was to create a product which really would cater the mass base.
But see, I'll tell you, it looks like an expensive product, But if it's only 30 pesos, then it's even better than buying a cornetto or one, like prepackaged
I
ice cream
think that
bar.
was really a threat of these years for the big ones. But again, since we are a small player, we just have our own niche market.
It's cheap, and it's even cheaper than I'll say it. It's cheaper than Magnolia. Absolutely. Okay. So you started out, and now you have over 100 outlets. Tell us about your spread over the country. Are you located in malls primarily? I mean, where can we find your gelato?
Okay, Fair Gelato is practically in all levels of the market. We are in, of course, in schools because we would cater for the students, of course. We are in malls to cater the regular mall goers. We are in hospitals, in terminals, in offices, in standalone stores, no, from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So you'll just say the acceptance was there all these years. That's why we are very happy right now that Fair Gelato has been accepted by the market for the longest.
And the mere fact that you are in Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, as you said, and in multiple outlets in different types of places means that your product is competitive.
I think that was the key. That was the main vision to create, as I said earlier, to create a product which would really cater the mass base.
Now, we also like to push entrepreneurs, Filipino entrepreneurs, to raise the flag overseas, let's put it that way. No? And a lot of the big guys have done it. No? Jollibee has gone out, and I think Goldilocks is also out. Have you expanded overseas?
The company, Milking Corporation, was able to create overseas outlets for the past many years now. We used to have a partner in the United States, which is Coco Banana. We had a plant there in West Covina, and we do make Filipino ice cream.
Filipino ice cream?
Yes.
Not gelato?
No. Remember,
okay.
we are called
yeah.
Popper.
The traditional Filipino
yes,
ice cream.
Then Fior Gelato, with a sister company, which is Ice Cream Gallery, was able to open in Malaysia and in Japan a few years back. No? These are independent stores. No?
Yes.
Now, Fior Gelato, talking Fior Gelato, part of the 25 years vision is to bring the brand back to the world.
Yes,
Bring it to the other countries where we feel we are very competitive. So starting last year, we already created the frame, no? The body of the concept, the program, the system. And hopefully this year, until next year, before we end our 25th year, we will be able to launch the brand Fair Gelato International worldwide.
So that is really on the docket. You want to push this beyond our borders.
That is part of the vision, and we will do it. And we are determined to do it.
Are you confident of success? Of course, in other markets, you have other competitors. I mean, they also have their own ice cream. I mean,
we were able to test the market through the other brands which we created, like Coco Banana for the United States, or Ice Cream Gallery for some Asian countries, including Japan, which is very meticulous as far as quality. And we survived. No? I think the Japan reason why we closed was because of the tsunami issue.
Okay.
The business really went down, and we decided to regroup and say we'll come back when the time is right. So those times we tried the concept there, amazing. The results was amazing. Especially the Japan market.
Yes,
We had only one store in a nearby Tokyo city, and I was so happy because the queue was very long, and the Japanese accepted our own cooking, our own recipe.
Are you positioning this as a Philippine company or it's not a Philippine product? That's not how you position overseas.
We are going overseas as through a mainstream. It will be a Filipino-owned origin country, but again,
an international brand.
It will be an international brand.
Now, what strengths being a Filipino company and Filipino originated company? Let's put it that way. No, I don't know if that's the right way to say it. What strengths do you think you guys bring to the table that will make you competitive overseas?
Okay, buddy. Most of the Filipino brands which went to overseas would initially cater with the Filipino market. No?
Yes.
Like some Asian countries or middle countries wherein we have a big population of Filipinos.
That was the mindset. Yep.
That is a mindset.
Yep.
That is a perfect mindset because especially if you have a Filipino concept, siyempre, sabik sila dyan.
Yes.
Like for example, Jollibee.
They long for what's familiar.
Maxes,
Sure.
These are things they look for.
Sure.
But in our case, It will help, of course, the Filipino market. But a product like this is a mainstream product. And I think the strength is the concept that will be introduced, no? Which I will maybe tell you later on. No?
Sure, sure.
It's a twist of a regular gelato shop. That's why I think that's an edge, because the one who will operate it will have the luxury, the liberty, the freedom to do a gelato on their own thing. So this is something which is not common in most of the gelato shops.
So what you would be offering to foreign investors, let's say, who want to open their own Fior Gelato chain in their own countries, would be they would not only be a retailer, they would actually make the
They have
ice
to.
cream
They have to.
themselves.
They have to.
And you have a plan in place, a platform in place, a system in place
Yes.
that will allow them to become precisely that,
Yes,
an ice cream maker.
that's something which we would introduce sooner or later.
So,
it's
you know,
it's already in the box, ready to be shipped
It's
out.
a business in a box
Yes.
wherein someone will become an ice cream maker
Yes,
to sell in, let's say, in his or her own outlets and to distribute as well.
exactly.
That's the potential.
Exactly.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, and we expect this package to be rolled out this year.
As soon as possible.
Very good, very good. What was it? Did it take a long time to develop this?
It took us like 3 years in the pipeline to check on all the details of the concept. I said, let's not be in a hurry. I believe on the timing, on the precise moment when you have to launch it. Timing lang yan, buddy. Timing.
Now, okay, let's talk about in general, like investors who are going to get into this, let's say for the first time, would they have to be, I mean, are you looking for a certain type of investor to come in? Is there a
Okay.
particular type?
Like Fior Gelato, we were very choosy as far as franchise partners are concerned. No? Out of the 100 outlets we have, around 20 are still company-owned, but the rest are already operated by franchisees. And this is difficult because these are operated by individual, independent minds, of course. Although they have a franchise system coming from us, let's face it, they have also the freedom to do what they want.
Yes, yes.
And these are things we have to consider when we go global.
Yes.
Because aside from culture differences and all the different avenues of a foreign person and a Filipino, we could expect some differences.
Yes, and you have to maintain as well the integrity of the brand, no?
Exactly.
You have to, yeah.
So we were very careful even in identifying possible initial locations. But again, you cannot help it. Sometimes inquiries will come left and right, up and down, and you have to entertain them. But again, it takes time also to know these people. But the basic here is we need a mindset of an entrepreneur. That is
okay.
very important.
Okay.
I believe in developing entrepreneurs, which is one of the advocacies of the group. But again, it's also difficult if it's a first-time zero-base knowledge.
Of course. of
At
course.
least for overseas, we need a background of entrepreneurship in these
Yes.
people
Yes.
we're talking to.
What kind of support, quickly, what kind of support can you extend to foreign
We
investors?
are extending whatever support we're doing in the Philippines. Expect a better group who will handle overseas. Because these
Wow.
are already experienced people who've been with me for many years.
International division.
Yes, definitely. We call
Galing.
it Milken International Ltd. It's a new company. And we were excited. No? Medyo na-delay lang last year because of some technicalities. But again, as I said, right timing.
Galing, galing. Bravo. Richie, you have to pause for a break. Unfortunately, when we talk about ice cream and business, it goes by very fast. Time goes by fast. But we're going to come back. Guys, stick around because more of the Fior Gelato ice cream success story with Philippines Uncut returns.